Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm freezing up here. I'll be getting my heater installed on Friday. So then my office will be a little warmer, but right now I'm really freezing. Okay, so let's do this. So I can go downstairs where I have a heater. And yeah, there's a reason I'm filming this in the office. It's just because my office is like my office. It's like my space. So I have been working in the living room for a little bit, but I don't enjoy it as much. I don't know, there's just something about having a space all to yourself. Very Virginia Woolf, you know, a room of one's own. I'm just always much more productive when I'm upstairs. So yeah, I've been upstairs all day and I'm absolutely freezing. Ah, Shen, hi Ashley. I was going to talk about you actually. You're going to come up. Because I want to talk about accountability and the importance of connecting to other writers. And so it's day 5 of NaNoWriMo. And this year, because NaNoWriMo November doesn't do cabins like NaNoWriMo, so NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, for those who don't know what NaNoWriMo means and what all the fuss is about. And there's the official one in November, and then there are 2 in April and July, which are called Camp NaNoWriMo. And there you have a cabin, so there's a little option of chatting with people. You can team up with about 20 people max, so you can see each other's goals. There is like stats for the entire cabin. But NaNoWriMo November doesn't have that, and although there's a lot of things happen around NaNoWriMo in November locally, and a lot of volunteers on that, I just wanted to create a virtual space in which people could keep each other accountable. So I created the Accountable Wordsmiths group, and I'll post a link a little later in the comments. And so I created that group 2 weeks before NaNoWriMo started, I think, and we had like 70 members in, I don't know, crazy time. And it's been so much fun. And in terms of practicing what you preach, I'm a very disciplined person, but not when it comes to writing. Like my writing always, like when I have other stuff to do, it's the first thing that drops off the agenda. So the funny thing is, and that's why I want to, why it's so nice to see Ashley watching, is that Ashley she's one of the members, a very active member of the Accountable Wordsmiths group, and she's making me push myself harder when it comes to writing, which is nice because that never happened before. Like I'm very, this is okay for today. I don't need to get the 50,000 words, like it's fine, like I have other stuff to do. And Ashley's like, no, you're gonna try it, you're gonna get to the 50k words. So, and I'm not like, I don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but Ashley, thank you for at least pushing me to do it, because yesterday yesterday was a crazy day for me. And I had 900 words done or so, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. And then I was like, now, if I just start this next scene, maybe I get a few more words done. So I didn't get to the 1,667 words that is a NaNoWriMo day, but I got 1,300 something in, which is more than I was going to be okay with. So I did write another 400 words, because I knew Ashley was writing. I was like, let's just do this. So thank you for that. So this is what I wanted to say, is like writing can be very, yeah, well, I know you're going to keep pushing me for the entire month, though, so prepare, because I can be very, very reluctant when it comes to that. So what I wanted to talk about, so as I said, like it's so important to have accountability, partners, to have writing partners, and especially like writing can be such a solitary thing, and there are so many groups, like especially like online. I mean, most of us are introverts, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted this digital space, because I know in the Netherlands they have these groups as well that, you know, write together, and I'm just like, I just don't really feel. Also because I have other stuff to do, so if I have to travel to go someplace and I get like an hour of writing in, well, I could do that hour at home and do other stuff and in the time that I would have been traveling. That works much better for me. So it doesn't have like, of course, writing is solitary in that, everything happens in your head and you have to do this by yourself and it's your book. But it's really useful to have like a writing partner, a writing buddy. And actually for me, I didn't take my own writing seriously until I found a writing buddy, until I figured out that one of my best friends was also writing secretly like I was. And then we shared each other's work. And I think that for both of us was the moment that we started to actually write and think we could maybe finish a book one day. And actually that summer in which she looked at my work and commented on it. So she critiqued. It was the first person who actually critiqued my work, actually read it critically. And she might actually be I think she might have been one of the first people to actually read anything that I've ever written. And didn't change my writing in that I wanted to take myself seriously as a writer, but it also it ended up changing my whole career, because it was like the first step for me to get away from academia and also so I used to edit only academic work, so dissertations, grant proposals, thesis, whatever. And it was the first step in relighting, because I had that creative flame, but it's sort of like that spark went out. So just setting a light again and just follow that creative spark. And look where I am now. Like I still edit dissertations, but I mostly work with fiction and nonfiction authors now. Like I coach them, I edit their work. So this whole having this writing body just changed the whole course of my career. So I wanted to share something with you. I will be waving another book around, which is like I always do that, because there are so many great books out there on writing. And I've waved this around before. I'm not sure whether in my own thing, but in another interview. So this is A Dream Time by Alyssa Archer. It's a series of 4 books, and basically, if you read all of them, it's a year, and you will have written a book. So it's great, and it also, I think, the last book also includes marketing. So she also so this is her 14th chapter of the first book, and she calls it Making Words with Friends. And she gives some advice on how to get, if you're struggling with this, if you're struggling to get a writing partner, to find someone you can write with. These are her tips for getting started. So I'm just going to read that for you. So she says, 1. So this is how to find, how do you find the right person? She says, to find a partner, go where writers hang out. Look at bookstores, cafes, and take classes or workshops. Use your social networks and search for online writing groups. Her second step, she says, don't worry whether your partner is writing in the same genre as you or has more or less experience. Also, be willing to look outside of your geographic area. Technology makes it so easy to connect. Hi there. And what you need is someone who is similarly committed to writing, who will meet regularly, and with whom you feel comfortable sharing your work. And of course, the meeting regularly is what we're doing in the Accountable Wordsmith group, although you could say it's like a digital square, where we all just shout goals to each other, and then at the end of the day, we'll come back to them. So she's really talking about getting someone you actually write with. So her third steps, she says, once you find a partner, set expectations. What are you hoping to gain from the relationship? What are your writing goals? Do you want feedback or critiques? Do you want someone to read or listen to you, read your writing? How often will you meet? How do you want to structure your meetings? 4, when you meet, get right to writing. It's easy to use up your writing time chatting. If you want to catch up, use "this is everything I want to tell you" as a topic. And it's true. I did that for a while. The writing meetings, trying to write with other people. Yeah, absolutely. It's so easy to just talk throughout it and not get actual writing done, which is one of the reasons actually why I'm personally not a big fan of write-ins, because I don't get any work done. I need to be alone by myself in a room with the door closed to actually write. So our fifth one, our last one, is after you've been meeting for a while, and I think this is a really clever one, check in with your partner about what's working and what's not. Be willing to change things as needed. And that's exactly what, for me, this accountable wordsmith groups is about. Because I have no idea what will end up being. I hope it's going to be a very productive group and that we'll stay together for a long time, that the group will be bigger and that we all are committed to keeping each other accountable. But I also hope that within this group, people will find each other who can like critique each other's words. I also hope that people will find friends in it. People who share love for a particular genre. People who have the exact same goals, like, you know, they all want to have the same amount of words written by the end of the day, or they want the same amount of books out by the end of the year, something like that. So I want to keep this group as a bigger group, but also as a group in which people can connect to people who, people can find people who are where they're at, so they can, you know, keep each other going. That's one of the things that I'm hoping for. But let's see. But if you want to join us, please do. And I'll drop the link in the comments. It's a very non-judgmental group, and it doesn't matter if you write 50 words a day or 5,000. You're welcome. It's not a competition. Listen to my talk on comparisonitis. It's not a competition. We're all here to support each other. So accountability and finding writing buddies and why it is important. I'm going to go back to editing now. I cannot write until tonight, but hopefully I'll see some of you in the group later tonight.